We've seen a lot of questions about pets in the news recently. For example, is it okay for them to sleep in your bed, and can they make you sick? CBS News correspondent and resident veterinarian Dr. Debbye Turner Bell is here with a few friends to answer all those questions and more for us this morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
To reintroduce Simon, who I've got here on my lap.
You've got Simon, yes, who is an old Shih Tzu from the New York Humane Society of New York, as well as Aaron and Arden, two little 4-month-old kittens, and they need homes for our viewers in the New York area. We'll introduce you to one more dog toward the end of the segment.
Let's talk about that first question, though, that I did bring up. Is it safe, or is it a good idea to sleep with your pets in your bed?
This question has come up because of a recent article Time magazine wrote based on a study published by a CDC journal. And the short answer to your question, and you know what, I'm going to just prevent some trouble and say, Rebecca, here, let me hand one. The short answer to your question is generally it is okay.
Yeah.
There are some caveats. It's not smart to have an animal in the bed with a young child whose immune system is not fully developed. You shouldn't be sleeping with your pet if you're an elderly person. If you have a decreased or deficient immune system, for instance, if you're a organ transplant recipient or suffering with HIV, those people are more susceptible to infection and disease. And if the animal is not properly groomed, you certainly shouldn't have them in the bed. So there was one case cited that was used in the article about a 9-year-old who got the plague from sleeping with his cat. Well, the problem was the cat was flea infested. Fleas carry the plague. So you need to be clean, the animal needs to be clean, and I would recommend, if you're going to have them in the bed, put them on top of the covers, not between the sheets.
How about the whole theory that a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth?
That is such a myth.
Yeah,
Again, in this article, it talked about a woman who got meningitis from her dog licking her. Dogs' mouths are not cleaner than ours. Now, if you just think about what they do.
Yeah.
You know, they lick their private parts. They like to eat poo, their own, and many other animals. And
you don't have to tell me anymore.
They eat garbage, all of that. The reason they don't get sick is because they have a naturally occurring set of bacteria in their own digestive tract that handles all the cooties, if you will. They come in contact. We don't have that. So just beware. I'll just tell all the people who love to kiss their dogs in the mouth, beware of what that dog did with his mouth before the kiss.
Let's talk about the flu. Can you contract the flu from your pet?
It's flu season right now, and generally, no, we can't. Every species has strains of viruses, influenza viruses, that are usually specific to that host. It is possible for a flu virus to mutate or change and jump to another host. That's why we've had swine flu and avian flu. There is a canine flu, but right now there is no evidence that shows that those flus that infect our pets are contagious to us. So the answer is no.
And in approaching pets, this can be very difficult. Martha Stewart, there was a story this week where Martha Stewart, it was one of her own pets. If you sneak up on pets, whether they're your own or a strange pet, the wrong way, you can startle them, and there can be a little bit of a mishap.
And that is exactly what happened with Martha. Her dog was falling asleep or dozing, and she surprised the dog. The dog reared up, and then, of course, she got that nasty little cut on her lip. It is important not to surprise your animals, especially aging animals, because they just can't hear as well. But it's also important to teach your children the correct way to approach an animal. By and large, the largest portion of the population that gets bitten by dogs are boys ages 5 to 9. So you can guess why. They're loud, they're boisterous, they're at the dog's eye level, and they exhibit inappropriate behavior. So it's important to teach your children proper etiquette around your dog as well as other dogs.
What is I guess if you could take one takeaway for kids that are watching and they love pets, is it to just kind of gently go up to the dog and not be too excitable around them?
I would say, first of all, don't ever leave the child unsupervised, and teach the child to ask permission to touch the dog. Don't just run up to a dog. Needs to ask permission, and then needs to go up very slowly and quietly. Don't pull tails, don't pull feet, don't pull noses, and then offer the back of the hand. Don't go up into a dog's face and go, hi! Because you know what you've just done? You've bared your fangs. And in the dog world, that's a challenge, and that might scare a dog, and they bite in response.
How about homemade meals?
Again, this was in the New York Times just last week about people and the trend of people feeding their pets, dogs and cats, raw food diets. This is what I'll say. It is possible, and you get around feeding a food that has preservatives and colors and that kind of thing. However, dogs and cats have very specific nutritional needs, and unless you have consulted a veterinary nutritionist about all the supplements to add to the food, I really wouldn't recommend it.
All right, well, you have answered a lot of questions for us this morning. Can we just bring Garbo out
We
one
gotta
last
bring
time
out
real quick? We got a
Garbo,
couple
who
of
is a
seconds left.
10-month-old
It's okay,
chocolate
Simon, don't
lab.
worry.
And isn't Garbo gorgeous? He's also from
gorgeous.
the Humane Society of New York, needs a home. So for our New York viewers, if you're ready to provide a forever home, then go to our website. There'll be more information about these pets and many others.
Garbo is beautiful, and as you've seen, Simon has been so well behaved here. The entire
Simon is
segment.
the elder statesman here. He's a little older, but he needs a home too.
Nice job. Be careful over there, Garbo. All right, Dr. Debbye Turner Bell, thank you very much.
Sure.